No, scratching at the scars you left on my skin. We fight and we fall and we rise through it all till we find what we want. Then we lose it all again. Your touch on my skin, pull me close, take me in. Just me, just you, lost in the moment.
Hey guys, it's Karen. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello. I'm really glad you clicked on this video. I do hope by the end of it you will decide to subscribe and become a part of the Gem Squad family. So today I've got the new Colourpop Wanna Be eyeshadow palette, and I wasn't so sure I should pick it up because some of these colors in here could be too warm for me and I'm more of a neutral to cool, but I made it work. So if you guys want to see how I got this look and what I think of this palette, then keep on watching. All right, let's get some eye primer on, and then we're gonna dive straight into this new $12 Colourpop Wanna Be palette. I'm kind of excited to use it. It's been a while since I've bought Colourpop. I'm usually like very bougie, I'll admit it. I am. And I like Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath, but I do like Morphe, and Morphe's not bougie. So, what do we need? We need some brushes and to figure out what kind of look we want to do. I think we're going to wing it. Now, I did do swatches, showed swatches on a shorts video, I think. I'm pretty sure I did. On one of my channels I did. I'm not sure. This is what the palette looks like. And I think I'm going to start with To Be. Let's start with To Be. I'm going to put it on a... Did I do the eye primer? No. What was I thinking? Let's go in with Thrive Cosmetics real quick. Put a little primer on. Dab it around. I'm a little giddy today. Make sure it's blended. Okay. That primer works pretty well, in case you were wondering. So, To Be. To be or not to be? We're just going to put this in the crease. This is not color we usually use because it's got a yellow undertone. Well, the color is kind of yellow. You know what I mean. And that kind of usually washes me out, but I like to use as many colors as I can. If I was tan, I could totally do this. So I'm going to end up probably covering it anyway, but it's just a transition shade. The transition shade is right below the brow bone and right above the crease. That is where it goes. Okay, let's go ahead and go a little bit darker and go in with Worker Bee. We'll do Worker Bee. This we're going to start off in the crease because the crease should be the darkest. We really want this to stand out. And really I'm placing it down. I have to go back in with a better blending brush. This is not going to do it. And I always place the brush where I want the most pigment because what you blend extends. I don't know if you guys heard me say that in a while. What you blend extends. Okay. Alright. Caleb's finally feeling better. She can go back to school tomorrow. Yay! Let me catch up with the other. I usually stay away from palettes that have colors like this, but I wanted to try it, but I really do need to be tan. Like the Naked Honey, I think there was one. And it was gorgeous, but there was just no way I could pull off those colors without being tan. This is just a Luxie blending brush. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a more precise blending brush. This is a Morphe times Nikita. And we're going to go into Breezy. There is some kick up. And we're going to put Breezy right here in the crease and on the outer part of my lid. This is more my color. I just finished feeding Kayla chicken. She was loving it. She loves dinner time, lunch time, anytime with food. Uh-oh. Don't get sick, Karen. Okay. So, I've got this in my crease and on the outer part of my lid. And I definitely need to do some blending, but I want a more precise blending brush. Kind of like, I do like Jaclyn's with Morphe. I'm gonna go in with one of hers. I like circular motions, and I like to move the color up instead of doing it down. And really, I just want to take the time to really blend this in here, because this is way more my color, and it's going to mix with the other ones a little bit, but it's going to make it more wearable for me. Much more wearable. Okay, so sometimes I will feel the desire to map out a wing before I'm done with my lids, but my lids look so much bigger with that darkness. Oh, I'm in love with the darkness. And these handy little brushes, the detailing brushes, the smaller ones, really can get in that crease and make such a huge difference. So really, you can map out your wing with shadow, go over it with liquid, whatever you're comfortable with. But what I want to do is I want to use a little bit of concealer, tiny bit. Where is my concealer brush? Here it is. This is my Sigma. It's sometimes a little too big for my eye. And you want to be precise as possible. And really what I'm doing is just lightening up this area and giving it a sticky texture, so I can place a shimmer there that's going to really stand out. You can go a little bit above your crease if you want to make the illusion that you have a bigger eye. Unless you have big lids, then that would be a no-go. Okay. So here we are with my little half cut crease. I do have one eye bigger than the other, so sometimes it's a pain in the butt. But anyway, I can take the other side of this brush if I want to, but it would be a little bit more work. So what I want to do is I want to grab different type of bristles. This one will work too, but I want something that's a little thicker. No, too thick. I have like 800 brushes over there. I see one I want. Okay, not that one. Oh yeah, we need that one. Ah, this is perfect. This little Morphe brush, Ice Lake Kit, don't know if they still have it or not. Pfft, pretty amazing. I love it for putting shimmers on. Then we've got our Stiffy. Then I grabbed this. It came with like a Naked Palette, Urban Decay or something like that. All right, so what we're gonna do, oh, I get so excited on this part, is grab some setting spray. And then pick a shimmer. We're gonna pick a shimmer. And we're gonna start, obviously, where I just did the concealer over my eyes. Sweet Much. We're gonna start with that one. Oh, the shimmers are really buttery. The mattes are more powdery, but look, I am, yes, please. Sometimes the color will bunch up if you put too much on, whatever, and you'll have to go over it with a blending brush, but no big deal, you can totally do that. Oh my goodness, yes. I freaking love that color. No wonder why my kid says freaking. Oh, Isn't it gorgeous? So far, I'm liking this palette. I did have to work with the mattes a little bit, but it's alright. There are different ways to blend too. Like, I know a lot of you guys are using the windshield wiper method, which is back and forth, but that can create a lot of problems at times. And I know a lot of people criticize other people's blending, but there are different ways to do it. You do not have to do this in order to get a good eye look. Oh, yes. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to do another transition, and it's going to be a darker shimmer, and it's going to blend in. So I'm going to take the other side of this brush, because you only need one side. And do we want to do Oh Beehive or So Nectar? Let's do So Nectar so we can see what she looks like. She can be my friend. Yeah, look at that. I like her. Do you? Do you like her? She looks pretty. I'm barely adding this, but just kind of blend it in, back and forth. You know what I mean. Touching it up, that kind of thing. And then I'm going to wipe this off on my pad because the color doesn't really stick to this brush. I'm going to go back in with some more setting spray and a darker shimmer. And the one I'm going to use is Oh Beehive. And we're going to tap it, and we're going to put that right here. Flick it over. And we're going to do that a few times. Now don't forget your other brush where you have that matte, because you might have to go back in and just kind of, you don't have to add anything. You shouldn't have to add pigment, but just kind of make sure that your matte is still there. Oh. Yeah, I'm loving that. Okay, let me finish up with the other eye. I did my eyeliner. Now I'm going to do underneath my eye. I put Glamnetics liner here, like in the middle. So this way I could use the Glamnetics lashes again. And now I've got 3 new brushes. And I am going to grab this Morphe H5. It's their holiday. This is like the best brush out of their whole holiday kit. Yeah, sorry Morphe, but true. Okay, and I'm going to dip this into Honeycomb because we haven't used that yet. And I'm going to put it right here. That's pretty. Just right there. Good. Don't have our eyeshadow really high, so okay, got that. Let's do the inner corner. We need a little more setting spray. I love these tiny little brushes. I just love them. Let's drag her over a little bit. Sometimes it's better to use the stiffy and stamp it in, which I do have over here, as well as another Luxie brush. And this is a Jaclyn Hill JH38. It's like the crease brush, but we're going to need it. All right, what I want to do, grab my stiffy, and I'm going to put it into Breezy. And I'm going to stamp that color right on my lash line. Okay, I'm going to take this brush here and I'm going to put some setting spray on it. And first I'm going to put it into Sweet Much. And put just a hint of that right here. I hope you guys can see. Ooh, I like. Then we're going to go into So Nectar. And put her right here. Ooh, I like. Then we're just going to dip her straight down into Breezy. I keep calling it Breezy. It's Beezy! And we're going to start back here. And we're going to scoot it. This is where I want the most pigment, because I want you to be able to see a hint of those shimmers. Do I want it a little bit darker, or is that dark enough? What do you guys think? This is where your fine detailing comes in. Make sure everything belongs together. And now I think it's time to put liner on the waterline. And being that I'm light skinned right now, I'm going to go in with black. I would definitely go in with something like this if I had darker skin tone right now. That was tan. And this is the Trace or Trace, I don't know, it's Becky G's brand, that one we just got in one of those subscription boxes. It's a beautiful color. Here we are. Always make sure she's sharpened. This one is. Such a difference. You can totally do up here if you want to add to the depth. Just look away and be careful. There's my Kayla. Okay. Mascara, some lashes, seeing if I need to do any touch-ups anywhere. What do you guys think? Tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Is there anything that you would fix, that you would touch up? Let me know. Well, there we have it. So I used the Colourpop Wannabe palette and I like it. The only thing I noticed with Colourpop eyeshadows is that the mattes sometimes are a little harder to blend. They are blendable and they're sometimes powdery. The shimmers were super buttery, and I do have a separate shorts video, I believe, with swatches of this, and I can include that in here for you if that's something that you want to see. But overall, I like the palette for $12. I mean, you can't beat Colourpop. So every now and then I've got to get a new Colourpop palette because I feel like I'm always going bougie besides Morphe, you know? So let me know what you think down in the comments below. I definitely think the palette is worth it. I think if you're more on the warm side too, you're really gonna like that because of like the lighter kind of, it'll just really stand out, you know? Alright guys, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you haven't checked out my other channel, Swatch Investigator, you might want to do that. I'll link that in here for you as well. Over there I do swatches and I compare colors sometimes from the same palette and then from different palettes but the same company, the same brand, because it's like they're reusing colors and I just kind of find it interesting and fun and to look for dupes on different things. So join me over there if that's something that you like, and thank you so very much for being here. I will see you guys really soon in another video.